Hello guys, I Dr. Pradeep Kumar Srivastava, welcoming to all of you in my class Water Resources Engineering. Today's topic is the waterlogging. Dear boy, water is life. Water is very necessary for human life and plant life also. But when a condition, it is more than necessity, then what will we do? The all plant will be must. His root will be dissolved and be useless for the human use. So everything has limit. Therefore, everything has limit. Water also has a limit. Okay. So today's topic is the effect of the high water in the crop shoot, that is called waterlogging, and we will discuss on that. Today, my dear boys, I will discuss mainly waterlogging, effect and its control, salinity, effect and its control. Now, waterlogging is the saturation of soil with water. Please listen carefully. Waterlogging is the saturation of soil with water. Soil may be regarded as the waterlogged, and when it is nearly saturated with water, much of the time such that its air phase is restricted and an anaerobic condition prevail. In extreme case of the paralogged waterlogging, anaerobiosis occurs. The root of mesophytes suffer and subsurface, reducing atmosphere, lead to such process as differentiation, methanogenesis, and the reduction of iron and manganese oxide. So various crops need air, especially oxygen, to a greater or larger depth in the soil. Waterlogging of the soil stops air getting in. Are you understanding? How near the water table must be to the surface for the ground to be close at the waterlogged varies with the purpose in view. A crop's demand for the freedom from waterlogging may vary between the season of the year, as with growing of rice. Thereby, suppose This is the ground condition. Here is a rich canal. Okay. When canal is running, so the water enters the soil. The few water part of enter in the soil canal bed. And after that, first he will be recharge the camphor and a few water. Suppose, my dear boy, here is water camphor. So first it will be recharge the camphor, and after few water, this is a make a worried channel. He will be make the worried channel. And after that, it will be come at again surface. Now suppose, my dear boy, here is a plant. The condition of plant, he need is grasper. They want, his root want water and oxygen also. But here is the condition, the water is on the, above the earth, above the field. So how they get oxygen? So the root of plant will be destroyed. And when root is destroyed, then all plant is useless. No use for us. So this is the bad factor of water. This is the bad factor of waterlogged. Clear, understand? Then various crop need air, specifically oxygen, to a greater or lesser depth in the soil. Water logging of the soil stop irrigating. How near the water table must be and the surface for the ground to be classed as the waterlogged. Varies with this purpose in a view, a crop demand for freedom from waterlogging may vary between region of the year. As with the growing of rice, in irrigated agriculture, land waterlogging is often accompanied by the soil salinity, as waterlogged soil prevent leaching of the salt imported by the irrigation water. From a gardening point of view, waterlogging and the process whereby the soil block of all water and so hard It stops air getting in and it stops oxygen from getting in. Agree? Waterlogging occurs when there is too much water in a plant root zone, so which decrease the oxygen available to root. Waterlogging can be major constraint to plant growth and production, and under certain conditions will cause plant death. This constraint may not be apparent until the whole soil profile is saturated and water appears on the surface. The department provided landholder with technical information and support on management option to recognize and reduce the impact of the waterlogging. So lack of oxygen in the root zone of plant causes their root tissues to decompose, and usually this occurs from the tips of root and the scourge root to appear as if they have been pruned. The consequence is that the plant growth and development is stalled. If the anaerobic circumstances continue for a considerable time, the plant eventually dies. Most often, waterlogged conditions do not last long enough for the plant to die once a waterlogging event has passed plant reconnaissance or respiring. As long as soil conditions are most outer root close to a surface allow the plant to survive. However, further waterlogging in dust, root, wing, and are dry to condition and may weaken the plant to the extent that it will be very poorly productivity and maybe eventually die. Many farmers do not realize that a site is waterlogged until water appears on the soil. So surface, however, by this stage, plant root and may already to damage and in potential severely affected. Now, if we will see what is the introduction of waterlogging. Waterlogging refer to a saturation of soil with water, and soil may be regarded as waterlogged when the water table of the groundwater is too high to convincingly permit an anticipated activity like agriculture. So you keep your mind in the one line. What is waterlogging? Waterlogging refers to the saturation of soil with water. In agriculture, various crops need air and especially oxygen. To a greater or lesser depth in the soil. So waterlogging of the soil, the stop air getting in and how near the water table must be the surface for the ground to be classed as the waterlogged varies with the purpose in view. A crop demand for freedom from waterlogging may be between seasons of the year, as with the growing of rice, Croija, stevia. In irrigated agriculture land, waterlogging is often accompanied by the soil salinity as the waterlogged soil and prevent leaching of the salt imported by the irrigated water. From the gardening of view, waterlogging is the process whereby the soil block of the water and soil hard to stop air getting in the and stop oxygen to getting in. This is the my dear boys condition. In this condition, entire all the area has submerged in the water. Our root is also demand a few part of oxygen also. And in the case of submergence, it cannot get oxygen. So this position has come. Causes, what it causes? Over irrigation. Some farmer had think my field, my plot, my field or anything will be full from the water. If they contact to the agriculture officer, he will give the advice how much water needed for your crop. So over irrigation is the one cause of waterlogging. Canal irrigation in arise at joining agriculture land where subsoil water table steadily rise. Now suppose, my dear boy, in few area the water table is very high. On that condition, think that this is your river, this is your dam, barrage, when the water comes at dam, it moves to the irrigation. Okay. Now canal is there is two type of canal, unlined and lined. Lined canal is the double cost of the unlined canal. So if no need of the waterlogging like problem, canal run in the unlined position. Now my dear boy, this is suppose this area water table is very high and this canal which are going is also entering then position is right. Already canal when the running position is entering the groundwater and water table is already full up to this level. So a condition has come, the proper way the dams, canal water and underground water has mixed like this. All water, this and this mix. And then what result? They sprayed on the ground. They sprayed on the ground and entire root of the plant get died. So canal irrigation an area adjoining agricultural land where subsoil water table steadily rise. Inadequate drainage, surface flooding, and presence of high water table. During monsoon and some after some area remain totally submerged by discharge of the river and accumulation of runoff from the surrounding catchment. Are you understanding? Like my dear boy, during rainy, entire all area had submerged by this is a river. So after the few way of the shortest, few water turn the area and they have merged, they have submerged the land. That is called, the other name is the flood. That on that condition, flood is not providing the water to the crop. Flood is dying the all plants. during monsoon and some after area remain totally submerged by the discharge of the river, accumulation of the runoff from the surrounding catchment, and waterlogging conditions are also caused in depression along road, canal, and railway sites during rainy seasons. So water come to a particular area during high tide. Now we'll study type of waterlogging. Waterlogging, due to permanent submission of land, such as pond, river, etc. So waterlogging from periodical submersion, such as the custom and and estuarine land, inundation by soil water of runoff and fresh water over land, etc. Temporary water logging by stigation of water as a result of heavy rainfall. Water logging by coming out of water table to the surface and swampy area as a valley are mostly caused by the phenomenon, and water logging from artificial irrigation of agriculture land in the polders area. Now we'll discuss major waterlogged area. The canal built in a native, the channel built in the native, the harbor basin, the extreme part of the slime, and Mimyan Singh and Maulo Wayar. The Kaptai Lake in the Chittorgang, and a riverine flood plain in the Ganga and Brahmaputra, Meghna, Tista, and other small river of the country. Horsebills and bores and other natural artificial pond. The coastal area of Chittagong, Cox, and Ajar. Nilak and Betwakhali, Bersal, and the Sander Plain. Now, problems due to waterlogging. Thereby, it creates an bike condition and solid for which microbial activity is hampered. The availability of nutrients element in soil is reduced and leaching lost in higher. In cursed soil, acts in coastal and dry area which leach slightly and alkaline. Pollute soil water and favors excess with growth. Construction of a dam and embankment along the coast to restrict saline to enter the agriculture land could be an efficient measure of reducing the waterlogging. The providing adequate number of bridges and culvert along the road, railroad, highway, across the canal, it could be handy measure against waterlogging. Now waterlogging, the soil whose surface layer are saturated. Think that the soil whose surface layer are saturated with water. It's called a waterlogged soil. Suppose, my dear boy, here this is the shape of our earth. Here is a plant. Root. Okay. Now the condition of water is running first. Up, what will we do? The water enter in the earth, water enter. Okay. So water where? Where is the water? Water is the under soil near the root. And try to go down. One thing, trying to go down. And it is depend upon which type of soil it can go or it will be available, because it will depend upon porosity. So thereby now second lot of water has come. So where it will be? It will be up to root level, and third lot of water, it will be above the root level. Up, the condition of roots which is attached with the tree or crop, the condition is here, there is a grasper. What? Grasper. Like this. They observe liquid. They observe oxygen. But here only liquid is getting, no oxygen available. Why? Where is oxygen? Because a layer of water has dumped the entire area. Clear? Now, the soil whose surface river are saturated with water is called as the waterlogged soil. And the phenomena of the rising of water table is known as the waterlogging. Now, the introduction about that. The Ministry of Water Resources estimated in 2001 that is an area of 2.04 million hectares was suffering from the problem of waterlogging under irrigation command. Under one thing, my dear boy, what is the irrigation command? Suppose canal is coming and now this area is the entire that canal has given supply. That is the command, entire command. Now, dear boy, see carefully. This area is always wet when canal is running. This area HU. This area is not affected from waterlogged. So area when connected of this canal, if canal is unlined, then it may be the border area will be waterlogged. Clear? This accounts for nearly 4% of net irrigated in the country. Out of this area, on 1.4 million hectares was estimated to the suffering from surface water stagnation and 0.64 million hectares through use in the water table. Worldwide, about 10% of all irrigated land suffers from the waterlogging. Now, an irrigated area is said to be waterlogged, and when the shallow water table rise to such an extent that soil pores in the root zone of crops become saturated, resulting in the presentation of the normal circulation of the air in carbon dioxide and oxygen. Clear? When the shallow water table rise to such an extent that soil pores and the root zone of crop become saturated, resulting in restriction of the normal calculation of the air in oxygen and carbon dioxide. And when the supplied water is degraded due to poor drainage, this is the situation of root and plant. So waterlogging cause allowing of the leaf and shallow root system also deficiency causes allowing the leaves in the winter. This is the waterlogging present in the saturation when the underground water come on the surface of land and the terrain case in the either the ground level land may be means the shape of the terrain. And thereby the state mainly affected and the extent of area rendered entire the connected up productivity given in table 11.1. This is 11.1 table. So Andhra Pradesh in this type written total area and in irrigated command. How much is each command? Now, water logging refer to the saturation of soil with water. Soil may be regarded as waterlogged when the water able of the ground water to high to connectivity permit on the anticipated activity like agriculture. In agriculture, various crops need air, especially oxygen. To a greater or larger depth in the soil, so water logging of the soil stop air getting in the how near the water table must be to surface for the ground to be classed and waterlogged and vary with the purpose in view. A crop demand for freedom from waterlogging may vary between a region of the year as with the growing of rice. And in irrigated agriculture land, waterlogging is often accompanied by soil salinity as waterlogged soil prevent leaching of it imported by the irrigated water. From a gardening point of view, waterlogging is the process whereby the soil block of the water and so hard it stop air getting in the stop oxygen from getting in. So thereby, this is the cause of waterlogging, seepage of water from canal system. Seepage, are you understanding means of seepage? When canal is carrying water, this is canal, it is carrying water So if canal is unlined, this is the water enter in the earth, and after the entrance of this, my dear boy, he is searching the place where he can move. And this activity, this phenomena, is called waterlogged. Clear? So the main cause of waterlogging, the main cause of waterlogging, especially in Pakistan, is seepage of the water from natural network of canals. System 40 to 50% water is lost from main canal. Seepage throughout soil and rise the ground. On some cause, water level has risen up to root zone or even surface of soil. Poor surface runoff and slow drainage. The soil surface of Pakistan flat, so surface runoff poor and hence slow drainage. Result accumulation of water on the soil surface and move the water table under the influence of gravity. And the water table has risen, cause waterlogging. Now interruption of surface of runoff. So construction of irrigation network and housing colony in the depth of the natural drain and protected surface runoff, so resulting in accumulation of water in rainy season and contribute to waterlogging throughout seepage. Rainfall. After heavy rainfall, water percolate down and the pores between soil, particular under the action of gravity, foods, flood water sprayed on the surface of soil in plant, and due to impurated drainage system, this water percolate in the soil and rise water table, cause waterlogging. Poor water management. Sometimes farmers use their land unscientifically and excessive irrigation and back of the inadequate drainage system by breaking hard pan at the canal bed. During cleaning season, the digging of the canal break the hard pan of the soil at canal bed. It enhances the seepage of water. A railway line, road, the construction of railway line and road in plants interrupted the passage of the runoff water, and water collected in the rainy season in the form of pond percolate to soil and result in the water logging. Some important effect of water logging on plant growth are given below. The air in the soil core is replaced by the water, leading to oxygen well deficiency and hence reduce the plant growth. In waterlogged soil, transport of gases is reduced, disturbing normal growth, and limited exchange of gases increases amount of carbon dioxide, which affect transpiration and water absorption. In absence of oxygen, microbes produced taxes, substance, and such as the methane and effect of the growth of plant. So thereby you have read this water log, how to generate, how is effect, how is precaution. On this topic, just you have read, I have brought some MCQ, and I will request to give the reply of that MCQ, for I will test your knowledge, how much you have gained from me. Okay, so just I am starting MCQ. A multi-purpose reservoir is the one which designed for the purpose of sun. What is the correct answer? There is a four answer of every, and it is showing on your screen. And try to give the answer without see the answer. Correct answer is B. A rain gauge should be preferably be fixed near the building, under the tree, in open space, and in the low space. So, what is the correct answer? Correct answer is C, in the open space. Now, a repelling ground is aligned What is the correct answer, my dear boy? Correct answer is A, pointing upstream. Now, a hydroelectric scheme operating under a head of 80-meter well be classified as what is correct answer? Correct answer is C, high head scheme. And a land is known as a waterlogged. This is question. And which is correct answer? Correct answer is C. Capillary range reaches the root zone of plant. You have just read. Now, a heterograph, a graphical representation of. So, what is the correct answer? Correct answer is A. Rainfall intensity and time. Now 70% index of the wetness means, so correct answer is B. Rain deficiency of 30%. A current meter is used to measure the, for what measure? Yes, correct answer is A. Velocity of flow of water. And a divide wall is provided. Where divide wall is provided? Correct answer is A. At right angle to the axis of air. And a deep well is always deeper than a shallow well. Correct answer? No. Correct answer is has more discharge than a shallow well. Correct answer is B. And this is the references of the source, and this is the references of author of these books. And thank you very much for taking interest in my class. You are welcome in my next class. Again, thank you.